It's the Jack
and Kathy
Show.
Shit Show.
And there we go.
Yeah, how was that?
Okay,
Did you like
I
that
think
one?
I think if yeah.
Okay.
Guess what we did?
We bought a house last night.
What in the fuck?
I described our relationship that
whom?
is progressing. No, last night when I said to you, like, okay, we had our 8-month anniversary
Couple days
last
ago.
week.
No, this
Oh, a
week.
couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yes, this week. Yes, 8 months.
Yeah.
8 months.
Yeah.
Did I say that already?
Nope,
8 months.
I didn't hear. How many?
And we bought a house together.
That's so fucked up.
It is pretty fucked up. I said our relationship.
And the
is
weirdest
moving
thing is
like-
we haven't even had sex yet. That's what's kind of weird, that we're waiting for the marriage, which is crazy.
I have standards and morals, for goodness sakes.
You do?
Shush.
Shh. Treat me like
It's one of the reasons you like me so much.
I do. It's because you're dirty.
Careful, my parents might be listening.
I doubt it.
Then again, they're probably not.
We bought, man, if we just gone through tons of stuff.
Yeah. I was saying, what I was going to say is that last night I said our relationship is moving like dog years.
Yes.
So one dog year is 7 human years. So 1 year of an average relationship is no,
7.
1 month of an average relationship is 1 year to us.
I guess that you could still go the 1 year.
I don't know. You get the idea.
Trying, I was truly doing the fractions in my head and it doesn't jive, but
You get the idea.
yeah, I know.
Come on, work with me.
We're just moving at the right pace for us.
We are moving at the right pace for us. No, it's true.
Deep
And
end of
isn't
the
that
pool
isn't
now.
that the interesting
Oh,
question?
Jesus, please don't call me when we're having a podcast.
Someone didn't turn off
Didn't
their
turn off my
ringer.
ringer.
And I'm turning off mine now too because I didn't turn mine off. But yeah, I mean, from the moment we met, we kind of have been moving at warp speed,
Oh, for sure.
and we've been joined at the hip.
Well, you're 2 months from delivering.
Which would be your worst fucking nightmare.
Oh, I'm out.
Oh, you're
I
out.
was so out. You'd
Yeah.
never even find me.
Well,
You'd call my kids like,
you-
I haven't heard from him in
I
years.
know that one of the great assets to dating me, one of the great benefits to dating me is all my girly bits are all dried up. So it can't
Well,
actually
We got to really
make no
be careful
babies.
where you're
They
going
can't make
there.
no babies. So,
Don't say girly bits dried up because that leaves them wrong.
well,
You could say you're not producing the seed. Okay.
all right.
The
yes.
seed of life.
There probably was a nicer
Yeah.
way to say that,
My
wasn't there?
girly bits are drying up. That makes for just an
I know,
awful
but do you-
visual.
I know, but
No.
you are not one of those older men that was looking for a 20-something-year-old. We are the same age essentially.
Well,
And what? Careful, my hand's right on your face. I could slap you at any
Don't.
time.
the slap or spank.
Yes,
Don't.
see, there it is. There he is. But yeah, so
crazy.
from the very beginning, you and I have been moving at lightning speed.
Crazy.
I mean, our very first date was 6.5 hours plus of talking and talking and talking and talking. And then
That
So
was
it's
it.
not
for
really-
anyone listening, that was it. It was talking for 6.5 hours. We closed the bar down.
It was.
Right.
Yeah. I think we had 2 meals there.
We did. Well, we were there so
We were there
long.
so long. It was like, is it time to eat again? I can't
think
believe
it's-
it. I think it's
That's
time
a
to eat
good
again.
one. That's actually pretty funny.
But yeah, so I mean,
This is making so much noise, isn't it?
it is your ball.
I have
yeah,
no
it
room.
is.
I just won't move.
But it's not surprising that we're actually bought a house. And when we shared it with every family member, we called both of our kids.
Not one-
All of our kids.
Yeah.
Your 3, my 2.
Yeah.
We called our parents. We called our siblings. We told some friends.
Yeah.
And every single one of them said,
Yeah, no-
awesome.
no-
I'm so happy for
yeah,
you
no-
guys.
no
Like
shit. Right.
not one of them said, are you fucking insane?
Yeah, you
You've
guys are
known this
stupid.
person for 8
Right.
months. What do you think you're doing?
Right.
And it's because they see what we know in finding each other.
You're going to the deep end of the pool again.
Well, I mean, okay, so what's this podcast about? It's about,
It's the shit show.
two old people doing this shit again and figuring it out. And there's a lot of shit show to it, but it's crazy, and I can't believe.
I thought it was
how-
funniest when my oldest daughter said, when you said to her crazy, because you've led every conversation and we've told people, you know that. You've
I
led
said-
with, we got the house, crazy after just 8 months, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like with every, like it's almost like you think it's crazy and you want someone else just to confirm that.
No, I think I
know you
maybe
don't.
was thinking that's the way their
Everyone's
brain
going
was
to react.
So I was going
right.
to get in front of
And
it. I
so-
don't know.
No, right. I know what you meant. Alex responds with, chugga, chugga, chugga.
Mm-hmm.
Alex responds with, no, you guys have been together longer, right?
Only 8 months. What do you mean? You guys were out here in July. Like, yeah,
Right.
the month we met. The
Sam-
month we met, I traveled with you to go meet your
family.
and Al was the first one.
Al. No, you met Sam before.
Oh, yeah.
Because Sam hung out with us at Pierce's
That's right.
outside.
That's right. Sam was
Within,
the
like, the
first
first 2
one I
weeks.
met, and then you met my Sam. So I don't know if we've told people just how much we have in common. And speaking of our kids, both our youngest children are named Sam.
Yeah.
And then both of our daughters, your oldest daughter and my daughter, are both dating Sams.
Correct.
So between the four of us, we have...
Did we talk about that in a podcast
Between the two of
before?
us, we have 4 Sams. I don't know, but
don't
it
think
was
we did.
just yet another moment where we were just like, no shit, you have, wait, your daughter's dating a Sam, and wait,
Right.
your youngest is a Sam, and
And when we all got
And then-
together, it became, well, we haven't had all the Sams. We've had 2 of the Sams together when we went skiing.
yes.
So I think we named, I don't know if he even likes it, Max Sam. We named him Cheese because of mac and cheese, which I
Yes.
think was funny that he came up with it.
Yeah,
I just don't know
my
if
daughter's
Sam,
name is Mackenzie, her boyfriend is Sam, and
and Alex's boyfriend Sam was there, and we call him Sammy Bobby because his middle name's Robert.
Yeah.
Right. So we call him Sammy Bobby, like Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights. Mm-hmm. We call my son Sammy J, and we call your son Sam.
Yes.
He's the only one that has his name
Well,
to
my
itself.
Sam can be Sam Henry because his
I
middle
know, but
name
we
is Henry.
usually
I
just
call him
we just call him Sam.
Sam.
He's
Yeah.
the simplest of all of it.
Yeah.
I don't know that Mac's boyfriend likes the fact that we came up with cheese.
Well,
I think it's funny, though.
it doesn't sound as good just to call them cheese, but
No.
when you're referring to the two of them and you call them mac and cheese to define like
Correct.
yeah.
I think it's funny. I don't think he digs it. I tested that out. I was like, cheese. And he gave me a look when we were in Arizona. That
Yeah,
wasn't.
it's not a good nickname.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. We'll come up with something else. We
It
gotta
does.
hang out with them a
It
little
does
bit
work
more.
when they're together, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. When you're addressing them as a duo.
How did we
But-
get way off topic?
I don't
here?
know. I don't know. It tends to happen. But yeah, so we bought a house.
So we bought a house. That's what I wanted to say. We bought a house.
Yep.
And so last night we were talking about how we don't think we would have been able to get this house if we didn't. Oh, Chris is texting me. We didn't think we'd be able to get this house if we didn't not get the other house before.
Yeah,
right?
so we had a little backstory for your mom who's listening.
Jenny said she would listen to.
Jenny said she would listen. So we have 2 people that might listen someday. So backstory.
who don't get
we
those
had-
30 minutes of their life back.
Right, exactly. So backstory, I am in real estate in Wisconsin. And so we had an opportunity to get this little house that I found out from a friend of mine, more or less, and pursued it. And it just didn't work.
Yep.
But in the process of walking down that path of considering this home before, you and I worked out some stuff, we realized, even
Oh,
if we
we
didn't
hit
realize
some-
it at the time.
We didn't, but we were road bumping for
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
were road bumping,
Big,
and I think
some
I
big
think
road bumps
we
came
talked
up.
about it.
We did
in
talk
one
about
of our,
podcasts,
one of
right?
our 2 podcasts, and
Yep, one of the first ones.
Yep, and we talked about how we kind of butted heads and how I felt like disappointed that your enthusiasm had shifted or changed or whatever. But anyway, both of us felt happy we walked away from that, and that was an interesting process to where we are now with this house, because we really kind of tested each other and worked through some stuff.
We didn't have, I don't think we had nearly as many, how do I say this? And I'm not trying to protect words here, to protect either one of us. I don't know what the word is, because you and I went and celebrated last night, and we haven't done that kind of celebrating in way too long.
I know. Let's not do that again, though.
Oh my God, my head is still hurting. It is. I can't come up with words right now. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
I just feel like laying down. Anyway. No, I even lost what I was saying. See? Oh, there was one moment when I think what had happened with the first house, this is where I want to go with it. And not for fault. We're older. We've been independent for a while.
Right.
We both went down our own
sure.
paths, right? I want this kind of thing and you want that kind of thing. Not that we outwardly said it. This is my interpretation. Not that we outwardly said, well, I see it this way and I see it that way. But inside, I think we're both acting that way. Well, this is how I would buy a house. And this is how I would buy a house. And this is how I would negotiate. And I think we were out of practice of being in a couple. Right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
At least for me, that's how it was flowing. And then something clicked. And I remember I told you something clicked to me and I said, this is about us. It's about nothing else. And so earlier this week, in fact, we were talking about some complications that started to come up. And I found myself protecting my resources, right? People that I knew that were going to help us with different things. And it took me a while later in the day to get back to, you know what? You're right. This is about us. Not that we're saying fuck everybody else, because that's not what we're saying.
No.
We're saying we're the priority.
Yes.
And so when this negotiation came up for the house this time around, they made a lot of changes to things, if you think about it, right? They changed the earnest money, closing time, a few other considerations, made us, I don't want to say jump through hoops, because that's not fair to them. We certainly didn't ask for anything.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And so we wanted the house and we kind of acquiesced. However, we did say, if they touch the price, we're out. And you and I didn't even hesitate.
No.
So it wasn't as though, and we both looked at each other and went, we're the priority, right? This is about us.
We had a mighty fine backup plan, and we were not going to be homeless, and there were still options in life. We never looked at not getting this house as, that it would have thrown off the course of where we were going. We thought, if we get it, if it comes together, it's meant to be.
But we weren't quite that way with the first house. With the first house, there was a little more anxiousness. There was... Right?
The house we got last night is far more expensive, but the how do I want to put it?
I think it fits more of the things that we really like.
Yeah.
And we had to, that's why I'm saying the lesson for all you kids out there is pay attention to your partner and go through things and experience things, but don't view it as a knock against them personally or yourself. View it as a situation, because that's what we ended up realizing. How's that? Was that a good voice? But I'm serious.
That was your movie trailer voice.
That was terrible.
I liked it.
I would never. I don't have that kind of voice. I don't have a face for radio. I have a face for film.
Are you gonna do? Yeah, exactly. Because you're so handsome,
stunning.
Are you gonna do a podcast in your Scottish?
Christ, we'll get to that one day for sure.
Okay, good.
No doubt about it.
Is it a Scottish? What? Just a Scottish accent,
I don't fucking know what it is.
Okay, all right.
It seems to work.
It does.
Right.
It does. My clothes are melting off of me right now.
Christ, you're so full of crap.
I just was teeing you up so you could say crap.
Unless you like it, because then I'll keep talking like this. Do the podcast nude. Here's the shit show. Maybe we should do it hungover all the time.
Oh, I'm not terribly hungover, but I slept really poorly.
Well, okay, so let's just fast forward to why we're both hungover. So anyway, we worked through some shit before, which was really important, and we both owned our emotion to it, because it was pretty tense, that first house, right? There was some moments where we just were not getting along.
Agreed.
And then we both settled. I know I came to a place of, fuck, it's about you. It's about us. It isn't about anything else. So let's get back to that. And we settled in, which was great. And I think that's what we do really well is you know, everyone looks at us, and I shouldn't say everyone. A lot of people look at us and they just see us laughing and getting along, and we're about as real of a couple as you can get.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
sleep sometimes at night. We get stressed about stuff. Even this morning, you've seen it already. Me getting worried about getting all the taxes stuff together for the purchase and all this shit. So we're human beings with one another, right?
Yep, no
And
doubt.
the key thing though is we both find ways to go, wait. It's not about what's in front of us. It's about us, right? It's we're the priority. And so when we keep putting us first,
Yeah.
it allows everything else to be situational and we
Right.
can get through it then, right?
Right.
So let's now talk about last night. So, or let me just talk about the dynamic that I really think was kind of cool. We've known each other 8 months. We still haven't had sex, which I don't know how you're holding off.
Carry on. I think.
So we have this news about the house, but we weren't anxious. And yet we knew we wanted it a month and a half ago when it became available. We drove
Yeah.
past it. We saw the block. We went, man, if that's the house we can get, because
Yeah.
it walked into our hands, and we just had to be patient for the moment.
Yeah.
And so the funniest thing about it is we weren't anxious. If we didn't get it, we were like, move on to the next thing.
Right.
It felt as natural as anything. We got calls yesterday while we were doing work and had the talk and went, well, we think we're going to get the house, but we don't know.
Yep.
And then we signed up for a yoga class because we just felt like getting some exercise in. We've been eating super well lately because we put on so much fucking weight because all
I
we've been
know.
doing is partying. And
I've pretty much gained a pound a month since I met you.
yeah, I know. I think I
We
put on
gotta-
more than that, babe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
we're reining that in though.
Well, we are, and
We're
so
reining
we've
all of it
stopped.
in.
We've curtailed the shit food. We've curtailed the drinking, and not that we were. It sounds like we were drinking every night. We were just having a lot of fun. We were drinking every night, so we've curtailed a lot of it, right?
Yeah.
And so we are on our walk. We're on our walk to the yoga studio, which is just a few blocks from your condo. So we're on the walk to the yoga studio, and we got the call, hey, you got the house, right?
Yeah.
And it was so funny because neither one of us were like, woo, yeah. We just went, okay, cool. Let's take a yoga class. And then during yoga, I even asked you when we were
Yeah.
done, were you thinking at all about the house,
No,
the
I was
offer?
thinking about yoga.
I was thinking, I can't lift my arm. Why can't I put my arm in this pose, right?
Yeah.
We were thinking about that. And here's where I'm going. So then we get home. We have stuff to do, right?
Yeah.
We've got to sign the revised contracts. We've got to, get my accountant together to get all the tax stuff ready.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. And we wanted to celebrate, so
Yeah.
we sit here in sweaty clothes after yoga,
Mm-hmm.
drinking. I drank 3 glasses of bourbon,
I had 2.
but it was fun.
Yeah.
And then we went. We've got to go out and celebrate. And then we end up having 4 beers each. No.
No.
we had those
It
beers
was
were-
1.5 each because
Those were
they
6
had
ounces at least.
they had the little they serve you 2 little
But that
baby
was
glasses.
they were not baby. Those were good sized glasses of beer.
I'm going to tell the story that they were baby because it
'cause
makes
you're-
me feel better about
Because you're from
myself.
Wisconsin, so you guys think a gallon is something you can take a shot of. Oh my God. So we had that beer, and then we got more, and then we got a Philly cheesesteak.
We shared the
And
Philly
tater tots.
We shared the
Oh,
Philly
you-
cheesesteak.
you
Okay,
cross
why
off the
did,
list
why
like
did we
sharing.
Go, why did we
Because
go
I want
down
to
this road?
explain
About-
how we were doing so well, and then all we wanted to do was celebrate, and we end up going and having a Philly cheesesteak that you say we split. We still ate it,
We split it.
and we had all
half
the
of
and all the
chili,
tater tots,
except for like 3.
and you got a cup of cheese, which we took a picture of. We should post that on the
We did.
podcast. If
We
Key is
decided-
editing this,
we
we'll send.
decided we needed to dip those tater tots in
We'll send Key the
something
picture.
resembling cheese. I'm not sure it was cheese.
So anyway, the moral of my story is really simple: is that we were trying to enjoy ourselves, and then it's vacuuming. I overdid it.
Yeah.
3 glasses of bourbon, which are not light pours for me.
Yeah.
3 beers.
Yeah. It was so anyway, yeah, it kind of screwed up our night. But that was our celebratory sort of moment we
That was
decided to have, and now we're paying the price for it a wee bit this morning. But
And
we
then
bought
this
a house.
morning, this morning we drove past the house 100 times and
We did.
brainstormed
We
what
went
we
down
could do
the
with it.
alley, and we, I have Pinterest pictures, boards started, all of that good
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm very excited.
I'm super excited. We're gonna
Yeah.
have fun with it.
I think we will. And I think I just have to do what you want me to do and listen to you, and we'll be fine.
Oh my gosh, you know that was recorded.
Yeah.
Completely documented, that statement.
It was totally true, though.
Oh, you're the best.
All right, let's do paired.
All right.
Okay, so can we talk this week about what's happening with paired?
I haven't done paired in a while. I'm bad. Am I a bad girlfriend? You can't read work messages right now.
You're right. It should be paired.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to paired.
Okay.
Okay, can we talk about what happened on paired, please? Can you mention to everybody what happened on paired? Because I'm
What
pulling up the
happened on
question.
paired?
Oh, you know.
What happened?
Yes, you know.
No, I don't. What?
Yes, you do.
When you got a question wrong?
Got a question wrong.
And you got really upset at yourself for not knowing me
question?
so well?
Try again. I got more than a question wrong.
You got a couple questions wrong. But that's the point of paired, is that we are discovering. And what did I say to you? I said that some of the answers to some of the questions in paired.
Okay, let me read this. I'm interrupting you.
Yes, don't do that. Some of the questions in paired can have multiple answers. Like I look at the answers and I'm like, well, I would say that, but I would do that too. And I just choose one. And you maybe chose the other answer, but it wasn't necessarily wrong.
I know, but okay.
Ultimately.
You say that, but the paired game says things like, and the question is, would you rather? Okay.
Would
and
you
so
rather,
it's not the drinking game. Would you rather run into a wall or shoot a baby? It's not that kind of stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's trying to understand what would your partner like to do in a circumstance.
Yeah.
And the challenge here for me is that the freaking thing says Kathy won. And so I see that.
I didn't see that.
Yes, it says Kathy won.
That they really shouldn't do that.
Right. And if they're sponsoring this, we should have some influence on how the app works. But it says Kathy won. And so then I look at it and go, why does she win? Oh, there were 8 questions about us. You got 6 of them, quote unquote, right.
Okay, what were some of them? I can't
Okay,
remember.
what would your partner rather be? And there were a bunch of things you could pick. And I said, you would rather be a bird. And you said, I would rather be a dog. Spot on. Okay. So what you do is you answer, what would you rather be for yourself, right?
Yes.
And then your partner has to see if they got the same guess. It's no different than... What was that dating game, right?
Yes.
Where they hold up the cards.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's the same thing. That's what this is.
Exactly what it is, yeah.
When would your partner rather work? So I thought, because I got this one wrong, I thought because you tend to get up later than me, and I get up crazy early, admittedly.
Yes.
Like even this morning at 4:30, I was up. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to stay up, right? But I get up on average at 5:30.
Right.
You get up at 7:30, which is not late, but to me, that's 2 hours that I've been up. So usually, here's the shit show part of this story. Usually then when you wake up, I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm like that dog in that Bugs Bunny cartoon. He's like, hey, Spike, what's going on, Spike? How you doing, Spike? How do you feel? And you're just waiting, right? Do you know what I'm talking? I'm doing it now.
Yes, you are.
I know, because I'm getting frustrated. So I got that wrong. You put the early shift, and of course I went, but how the fuck could it be early shift?
And I said I know I'm not the same morning person as you are, but I don't stay in bed till 9 or 10 unless there's extenuating circumstances. But I love the idea of working in the morning and then still having daylight left to go outside and play. So that was my logic.
Next question. What would your partner prefer to have? I said friends. You guessed correctly that I said friends. You said friends. I thought memories, because ever since I've known you, all I've heard you talk about is all the things you remember doing. I didn't tie it back to friends because it's been kids and everything. So I thought, and then of course you say to me, well, that's okay. But I'm going to go back to the top. Kathy won. So let me keep going. Where would your partner rather go? And it's not to the bathroom, which is funny because it says
with
the
TikTok.
woods. That's right. I prefer regular toilet, but where would you rather be? And it had a listing of different places you could go to. We both picked the woods for each other. Here's the best part. This one shocked me. What would your partner rather give up? You know that I don't really like social media much, so I'd love to give it up. I thought the same for you because you're on it so much more than me.
That is your crazy impression. I don't know why you think I'm on social media so much more than you.
Well, TikTok, you're on like a...
You're on Instagram all the time.
Well, I read Instagram because my daughters
You're
post
on Twitter.
things. All right.
You do Snapchat.
Well, Twitter's for work. I read that. And
okay, see, listen to you.
Well, no. All right.
Oh.
All right, stop it.
Blah.
Okay, but you said chocolate. I didn't even know you had a chocolate problem. You said you would
that
rather
would
give
just
up
be
chocolate.
An easy one to give up because I don't really.
Well, that's not something you'd want to give up.
That's
just say it would be.
That's why I chose it. I don't want to give up anything I care about. I think that's very logical, actually.
Now, here's the best part. We both got this wrong, which I thought was really interesting. The question was, what would your partner rather watch? So it had comedy, documentary, thriller, a whole bunch of other stuff. And you thought I would rather watch a comedy. Mm-hmm. And I thought you'd like to watch a thriller, meaning not like a stab her up thing, but like some kind of mystery thing, right? Because you tend to like those.
Oh, I thought thriller was scary.
Oh, I took it as like a mystery thing. But anyway, we both actually said we'd want to watch a documentary, which was hilarious. Yeah. Because here you thinking I want to watch comedy, and I'm thinking you want to watch something deep and dark. And we actually both just want to watch a documentary.
Yeah.
Right. And then the last one was really funny for me. The question was, if they could choose only one, which would your partner rather choose? And so you had kisses, hugs, holding hands. I think it was conversations, love letters. I'll show you. You keep trying to sneak over.
All of them are
great.
Beautiful, right. That's what I'm talking about. Like, is there a wrong answer, really?
Well, let me refresh your memory. Kathy won. Okay, so clearly there's a wrong answer.
But we both got that wrong.
We both got this one wrong. However, it's so cute to end this way. I said you would rather hold hands, and you thought I'd rather have kisses. Right? Mm-hmm. You mean chocolate? Okay, you don't mean chocolate kisses, right?
No.
If there's peanut butter in there, I'd rather take that than anything.
Than my kisses?
Probably. It's really good. Chocolate peanut butter kisses.
I don't blame you.
Thank you.
Maybe those Reese's peanut butter eggs at Easter.
So good. Did you had some yesterday. They were so good. I had one.
Yep, you did.
But we both put, if we could choose one affectionate way to be with our partner, we would do hugs. Mm-hmm. It's really nice.
Yeah. Oh. We just had a big, long hug and deep breathing this morning.
Well, that's because I was stressing out about the house.
I know. We got this.
And the finances
baby.
and also that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we're doing this together. We're doing this together.
So that was a quick podcast.
Team us, right?
Always.
Team us.
We're the priority.
You taught me that. Team us.
So we finished early. Normally we go over 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So next podcast, we'll let you know if the financing fell through. We didn't get the house. And a bunch of things happened.
We broke up.
And Kathy left me.
The podcast
is just me, the jack shit show. And once again, I'm on my own. All right.
Team us, baby.
Okay. Say goodbye.
Bye, Kathy.
Oh, I knew you were going to do that.
Say goodbye, Jack.
Peace.
Say goodbye, Jack.
I'm not going to do it. There's no way.
Peace.